Mauricio Umansky, star of Buying Beverly Hills and Rhobh, is in big water because to a huge PPP debt. Kyle Richards' estranged spouse owns the agency, a thriving real estate company. Furthermore, he is listed as California's #1 top-producing real estate agent by the Wall Street Journal. What, then, would make him feel the need to take out a loan? For further information, continue reading. He has become one of the greatest after Mauricio Umansky departed his brother-in-law, Rick Hilton's real estate firm. With more than 115 offices throughout more than 12 countries, the agency has continued to expand. Mauricio was frequently commended by Kyle Richards for his progress and commitment to his effort. After realizing this, Netflix created Buying Beverly Hills. It displayed both Mauricio's personal and professional lives. Now that 3 of his 4 daughters are working with him, he is obviously living the good life. Unfortunately, when his marriage failed, everything fell apart. After almost 30 years of marriage, Mauricio and Kyle began to drift apart. While she embraced a new healthy lifestyle that included exercising and being sober, he was often on the road for work. Furthermore, she frequently hung out with Morgan Wade, which sparked speculations of a romance. After Kyle and Mauricio split up, he is now happier than ever with young philanthropist Nikita Khan. However, In Touch Weekly claims that he has been dragged out from under him. The agency allegedly got a $3,521,153 PPP, Payroll Protection Program, loan that was unnecessary for Mauricio Umansky. Mauricio denies that this ever happened. According to court documents, Realtor LLC complained of Federal False Claims Act violations. This goes against the agency, William Rose, Mauricio, and his partner. According to the document, this is a case about greed during a national health emergency. It was sealed in July 2023, but was only recently opened. These 2 programs were implemented not to support or protect the profits of a company that had enough cash on hand to pay its employees, but instead to prevent employee termination by lending money to companies that couldn't pay them because of the effects of COVID-19. Many small businesses, including restaurants, supermarkets, and others that were directly touched by COVID-19 through lost revenue, were left out in the cold as the great bulk of the profits went to those same firms. William and Mauricio applied for and were granted $2,521,153 PPP and CARES Act loans. The main problem is that, given their revenue, the agency was neither in need of nor qualified for this loan. Billionaire issues the lawsuit claims that the agency's 2021 sales will total $11.2 billion or billions. Therefore, neither William Rose nor Mauricio Umansky needed to obtain a PPP loan. According to the lawsuit, defendants falsely certified that current economic uncertainty makes this loan request necessary to support the ongoing operations of the applicant, and that they needed the loans to pay their employees, a requirement for eligibility for PPP loans, in order to obtain the loans. The agency asked for $2.3 million in the first phase of the PPP loan application procedure. They requested $1.1 million by the second. Mauricio and William were finally granted loan forgiveness. However, the main concern remains their financial stability. It affects people personally as well as their business. This was therefore completely superfluous. The following was supplied by an agency representative. The agency has always conducted itself with the utmost honesty in every facet of our operations, even if we are unable to comment on ongoing litigation. We had layoffs and budget cuts during the COVID-19 outbreak. Just like many other businesses, our priorities have always been providing outstanding customer service and helping our staff, especially during that trying time. We plan to actively defend against these baseless assertions, which do not accurately represent our business and financial status at the time we applied for our PPP loans. Do you believe Mauricio and the agency should have applied for these loans? And are you surprised by this news? Mauricio Umansky is no stranger to the spotlight. As the charismatic CEO of the agency and estranged husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards, his luxury real estate career has often been as glamorous as the mega mansions he sells. But in a stunning twist that has sent shockwaves through both the Bravo universe and the business world, Umansky now finds himself at the center of a growing financial controversy involving a massive Paycheck Protection Program (PPP) loan, and questions are swirling about whether he played by the rules. A real estate titan in trouble. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, when businesses across America were scrambling to stay afloat, Umansky's firm, the agency, applied for a government-backed PPP loan, a program designed to help small businesses keep employees on payroll during the crisis. According to recently unearthed documents, the agency secured more than $4.5 million in PPP funds in mid-2020. At first glance, that may not seem out of place. After all, real estate firms took a major hit during the lockdown months. But watchdog groups and online sleuths have started digging, and what they've uncovered is raising eyebrows. For one, critics point out that the agency, while technically qualifying under PPP guidelines, continued to thrive during the pandemic. New luxury listings poured in, commissions rolled out, and flashy social media posts showed agents vacationing in Cabo and Malibu, sipping champagne while deals closed remotely. Some have begun asking, did they really need that much money? The whistleblower leak. The scandal escalated last week when a former employee of the agency anonymously leaked internal communications to a consumer advocacy group. The whistleblower alleged that a significant portion of the PPP funds were misappropriated, with expenses going toward executive bonuses, lavish marketing campaigns, and unjustified consultant fees, rather than directly preserving jobs. The source also shared screenshots of group chats and internal memos that appeared to show senior leadership, allegedly including Umansky, joking about PPP standing for Pay Pretty People. That line alone ignited social media fury. Public backlash. Bravo fans react. News of the loan and alleged misuse sparked outrage among Bravo fans and business watchdogs alike. The juxtaposition of Mauricio's luxurious lifestyle with a taxpayer-funded relief loan didn't sit well with many. Mauricio was posting poolside margarita pics while collecting millions in government aid. One Rhobh fan tweeted, "This is straight-up fraud if it's true. He's got a $35 million mansion, and his agents drive Lamborghinis," wrote another. Why are we bailing them out with tax dollars meant for struggling small businesses? As the news spread, hashtags like #PPGate and #MauricioMoneyMess began trending. Kyle Richards caught in the crossfire. To make matters more complicated, Mauricio's soon-to-be ex-wife Kyle Richards has found herself inadvertently pulled into the drama. Though she is not involved in the agency's operations, her name is synonymous with the Umansky brand, thanks to years of showcasing the firm's properties on Rhobh. Sources close to Kyle say she's furious and blindsided by the mounting scrutiny. Kyle worked hard to build her own image, a close friend of the star revealed. Now this scandal is dragging her into something she had nothing to do with. She's distancing herself fast. Indeed, just days after the news broke, Kyle quietly removed several references to the agency from her Instagram bio and deleted a carousel of posts featuring the company's branding. Mauricio's statement: "We did everything by the book." Under growing pressure, Mauricio finally broke his silence at a press conference held outside the agency's Beverly Hills office. Dressed in a crisp black suit and looking visibly shaken, he addressed the crowd of reporters. "I want to be absolutely clear, We applied for the PPP loan legally. We followed all guidelines. The funds were used to protect our staff and ensure continuity during an uncertain time. Any suggestion otherwise is baseless and offensive." He continued, "Yes, we're a luxury brand. Yes, some of our agents do very well, but we're also a business with hundreds of employees, many of whom have families and were terrified during COVID. We did what was necessary to protect them." Despite his passionate defense, critics were quick to point out the lack of transparency in his financial records. Calls are growing louder for the agency to release a full accounting of how the PPP funds were allocated. Government investigation looming. According to a senior official at the U.S. Small Business Administration, Umansky's case has now caught the attention of federal investigators. While no charges have been filed, a preliminary audit is reportedly underway to determine if the agency misused funds or made false claims in their application. The PPP was a lifeline for small businesses, not a windfall for already successful entrepreneurs, the official said. If there's evidence of wrongdoing, it will be pursued. Legal experts say if found guilty of fraud or misuse, Umansky could face steep financial penalties and even potential jail time. Rhobh cast breaks the silence. While Mauricio remains a central figure in Bravo lore, not all his former Rhobh co-stars are standing by him. Lisa Rinna, never one to hold her tongue, took to Instagram with a cryptic story. "Funny how karma always knows your address." Erica Jane, who knows a thing or two about public financial scandals, posted a now-deleted tweet. Another day, another husband with shady money moves. Garcelle Bavaz, in contrast, struck a more sympathetic tone. "If it's true, it's disappointing, but everyone deserves due process." What's next for Mauricio? With his professional reputation on shaky ground and his personal life in the midst of transition, Mauricio Umansky is facing one of the toughest chapters of his career. While some loyal fans still believe in his integrity, others are calling for accountability and possibly an IRS audit. Rumors are swirling that Bravo producers are considering whether to feature the scandal in upcoming Rhobh spin-offs or even create a new docuseries focused on real estate figures in crisis. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.